to Trading Lounge and the Asian Indices for the 10th of April, and starting with the ASX here, and let's just go over this for a moment. So from this low area through here, we're looking at 1 and 2, and then 5 waves in blue here, going up into wave 3 here, and looking for wave 4 here, pulling back to wave 4 of 1 lesser degree, so we can look at that coming back to 6,100 roughly. The other point here too is that from wave 4 here, we have made a new high here for wave 5, but you can see how short it is compared to wave 1 and wave 3 here. So the other flip side to this is that the move up here is just wave 1, and we come back for wave 2, and then 3, 4 and 5 up here for 4, 5 and 3 up here, so moving this 5 and 3 up into this base here. So this should resolve itself today, so we'll be able to decide on that. So we're going to need a little bit of strategy here, but it shouldn't be a problem. So let's go in and have a look at this situation in a closer scale here. So yeah, in a nutshell here, we can have wave 4 here, and we had 5 waves up here that we were looking for as wave 3 here. So the move down through here, this move down through here appears to be in 5 waves. So it's likely that we can put wave A here. We'll just keep that in there for the time being, and then wave B here. Wave B is pulled back up, and this move up here is corrective here. It does count as corrective. I've really pulled that apart on a 20 tick chart. But at the same time, we need to be mindful that the correction here could also be an A wave in 3 waves to here, a B wave right to this point here, and then a C wave moving up into this space, and then moving down here as such, okay, as wave C of 4 here. So do I have, oh yeah, there we go. So let's just move these over here a little bit. I'm just explaining this here because we need a bit of strategy. At the other point here, this could just certainly come straight down from this point here. Okay. So we can be short below here as well. We'll look at that. But the reason I'm drawing this pattern out here for is that if this was wave 1 here, wave 1 up here and wave 2 here, then we had wave 1 here and wave 2 here, and then we're going to move up into wave 3 here. We wouldn't want to miss that, would we? But the only glitch with that is that it may stop at the 61.8% mark and then move down here in this A, B and C here. So if we do trade long up through here, then we need to be mindful of those targets. So we would probably exit it close to the 61.8% mark there at 62.50, just a bit before that, of course, and then we would get back in long again if the 62.50, the midpoint there, the 50 became the support, and then we know we'd be on the way at that point. So yeah, let's look at the long trade in here and also the short trade in here. So first of all, we'll go to the hourly chart here. So as we spoke last time, we were looking at the move down here. It does appear to be in 5 waves here. I don't really have a problem with that. This was a little bit tricky here. On the cash market, it looks like it's 5 waves up, but I have pulled it apart on a tick chart, and it does count as an A and a B and a C wave to this point here. This would leave this as an impulse wave to the downside here, but as you can see here, it kind of it's uncompleted, and yeah, it could be an A and a B and a C wave here, but still there'll need to be another wave to come in here. Let's go in and have a little look at that. But the main point here is that, well, we'll go to the tick chart first. It's just splitting hairs here, but so let me just get a bit of this. Oh, this is 20 ticks here. So this is how I've got this A wave and B wave here. So I pulled this apart here. That's got 5 waves in for wave 1 and 2, and 5 waves for the 3rd wave here, the 4th wave, and 5 waves for the 5th wave for wave 1 and 2 here. This is very short here for wave 3 and 4, but 5 is also short as well. So it fits okay. The point here is that if this is wave C here at the 50-60% retracement level, more like 50, and the 61 is at the close to the 62.50 here. So this move down here looks like wave, it could be an A wave and a B wave and then 5 waves here for wave C and finish here, but it's coming too low here. So it's more likely that this is going to play out like this here with wave 1 and 2 here, and then 1 ABC for 2 here, 3, 4 and 5 to here for the third wave, ABC for the bounce of 4th here. Could come back up as high as this, but it'll probably just touch the 6.2 there and then drop lower here. We're still a long way from being down here at 6.1 where the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree is here. So I've counted this in 5 waves here. So it could expand out a little bit more. So the thing here is that first of all, if we looked at this A, B and C here as just the A wave, and then a move down, say we make one more low in here onto wave 3 here, which would be wave C as an A and a B and a C here, then it can move up into this space here or to these old highs here and this space here and then fail from that point. Or if it finds support on the 250, then it's going to move up higher from that point. So in terms of trading long today, we could trade long above wave 4 here. So that means that a breach or support on, this is group 1 here, this is a minor level 2 here, and then we've got 1, 2 and 3, that's group 1, and then group 2 below here. But if we get support on this one here, on the 10, the 62.10, you can go long from that stage, okay? Otherwise, we need to be looking to go short from this space here coming down here, but when it hits down to these old lows here, it's going to bounce back here as well. It can bounce back to the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree to here, or we can look at the 38.2% retracement level. So if it comes down to say 72 here, the 38 is just here. So that's why it depends on how low it comes, of course, but that would be the way out of it at that point. So I don't, it could just have these 5 waves and not go down right down to the 6100 area through here. That's what sort of concerns me a little bit. So you need to be mindful. I wouldn't overtrade anyway on the short side. Yeah. So I'll leave that with you. I'll just have a look at the 100 ticks. That's what I normally sort of use. So yeah, normally when you're looking at an ABC correction in terms of an A wave down to here, a B wave back up here, and a C wave down here, then this leg here would have some sort of relationship in terms of equality to this leg down here. So that would bring us down here further. So, but anyway, we need to be long and short at the right time, and the right time is looking at the closest largest number here. And this market has come down, it's had its bounce off here, run out of steam, and now it's folding to the downside here. So if I count this down through to here, I can see it coming down into group 2 here, but I can't see it coming down here, but technically it should come down to this point. So yeah, that would be our target area down here, which would be the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree. Okay, that's for that. So let's just go to the hourly chart here. Where are we? Over here. So let's just rearrange these a little bit. We can be long above that high here, and we can be short. Well, you can pretty much go short right now and just leave the stop above this high here on that instance there, okay? And let's see how we go. But this is where it should come back down to this level down through here. Unless, the other point with this is that probably might be the case too. So we get 5 waves down to this point here, and then we come back, and then we come down here, in this fashion. So those 5 waves that I'm calling here can have a retracement level back up 61.8%. So if that's the case, then we might need to leave that stop a little bit further out from that point. So let's just, if we're down here somewhere, that leaves us 61.8% here. So we may have to leave the stop a little bit higher here if you're going to go short here. Okay, so let's just grab that here for a moment, move that. Let's just leave it up here for a moment. We can always add to this too. So once we get our 5 waves down here, if this becomes an A and a B and a C wave in here, then we can look to short this leg down through here as well. So yeah. Okay, I'll leave it at that. Let's have a look at the Nifty. So with the Nifty here, I was looking for 5 waves up as wave 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 here, and then looking for wave 5 up here. But I have to say I don't see 5 waves in this 5th wave here. I mean, I can see 5 waves from this low just here, moving up here, up to this point. That's not a problem. But otherwise, from this point, I see like basically 1 and 2 and 3 here. So this is like a B wave here with a C wave here. So it's possible that this wave 4 is over here for an A and a B and a C wave here, and then we have wave 1 and 2 here, and wave 3 here, and wave 4 pulling back, and we'll need to see wave 5 move up. So if this high, just say close to the high here, you can come down a bit if you want. If that's breached, you can go long to here and just trade up to the 800 and get out. Otherwise, this low here, which we could also bring up a bit closer here, if this here is indeed already in place here, then we're going to look at this as wave 1 down through here, and then we'll look at this here as an A and a B and a C for wave 2 here, and then we'll be going down for wave 3. So in that case there, we could even come a little bit closer. So if this market falls back down to here, then that's likely that if it falls down to this point here, then it's not confirmed, but it's likely that it's bearish at that point. But it will have a bounce off that area there, and then it would move down again, and then it would retest that and then move down again. So the safest place for this would be in this space here. But you could also get it if that bounce here, if that bounce was in 3 waves and you could recognize that, then you could short that particular pattern there. Yeah, and if the market's going to move down, then it's going to come down to the wave 4 of 1 lesser degree. So it's going to come back down into this space here somewhere. So it's not such a bad short trade. Obviously, it's going to be a bit rough around the medium level here, 11,500. Alrighty, thanks for tuning in. Cheers.